Alright guys, welcome to the part 2 section of your March mock regions. So first question, this requires you to just understand a little bit about some function notation. Um, yeah, it just requires you to know what this is talking about. So yeah, they tell us f of x is 2x plus 1. That's nothing new. Okay, you guys have all dealt with that before, standard linear function. But now they say that g of x is 2 times f of x raised to the second power minus 1. So basically what that means is you take all this, the 2, the square, the minus 1, and you just put this in there for it. So this is going to go in for f of x, because that's what f of x is. It's 2x plus 1. Okay? So maybe I should write it out, maybe that'd be the best way for you guys to see it. So, right? So we know that f of x is equal to 2x plus 1, so we're going to have this. And you can notice, like, I put it in parentheses. Parentheses and brackets serve the same function. So again, you could think about brackets as parentheses, okay? Don't get thrown off by that. Alright, so now let's start like playing around with this. So, can't really do anything with the 2 here until I take care of this exponent up here of the squared, okay? So it's going to be 2, then we'd have 2x plus 1, then another 2x plus 1. Still have that minus 1 out there. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky, I'm not going to lie to you guys, because like, you're going to have to FOIL this, and then you're going to have to distribute the 2 into whatever you get from foiling. So I'm going to use a technique that's been pretty popular in my 9th grade class, which is using the rectangle method. So I'll do that down here. Here's your rectangle. You got 2x plus 1. That's this one. And then here's your other 2x plus 1. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times 1 is 2x. 2x times 1 is 2x. And 1 times 1 is 1. Okay? Now we put it all together. It's going to be 4x squared. I'm going to skip a step here for the sake of time. So you have 2x's. So you have 2x plus 2x. If you add those together, it's going to be 4x. And then you still got that plus 1. Okay? So I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to replace what I got for this binomial multiplication right here. Sorry, I'm not trying to use big words, but it is good for us to use the vocabulary. This is a binomial. This is a binomial. They're being multiplied, right? So we're going to have 2, 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. We still got that minus 1 out there. So now at this point, we got to go ahead and do some distribution. That means this 2 is going to be distributed into every term in here. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. 2 times 4x squared is going to be 8x squared. Plus 2 times 4x is going to be 8x. Plus 2 times 1 is going to be 2. And I still got the minus 1. So your final answer, because I don't have any other x squareds, I don't have any other x's, but I do have 2 minus 1, which you guys should know is 1. Well, so my final answer is going to be this. Because 2 minus 1 is 1. So that's your final answer. Okay? So this requires... This is not the easiest part 2 question. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But if you know these 3 things, it's not bad. So like the first thing you needed to know was this. I'm putting that for thing number 1. You needed to know how to work with the function notation. Okay, that was the first thing. Not get freaked out when you see something like this, because I know when I gave this to my class, a lot of students had questions about that. So we gotta get comfortable with using that function notation. The second thing you needed to be comfortable with was the steps in which we evaluate. So knowing to like deal with that exponent first, okay, and then of course knowing how to deal with that. So whether you use FOIL or whether you use the rectangle method, just having a method to do it, okay? And then finally, it wasn't too bad in this, it was just a 2 minus 1, but you have to be able to simplify an expression. So those are all the things you'd have to do to get that problem right. Now, you should know that it is possible to get partial credit on this. So even if you have no idea on a part 2, it's always a good idea to just try anyway. Just try something, because you know you might get yourself some points. Okay. Okay, guys. So that's really it. Go ahead. Stay tuned for the next question.